SpongeBob SquarePants Mysteries Find a Missing Star. Chapter 26. We'd escaped from those bloodthirsty pirates, but we still hadn't found Patrick. I felt lower than a clam in a deep hole at the bottom of a trench, in the depths of the abyss. Maybe I was wrong about being a detective. Maybe I just didn't have what it takes. The guts, the moxie, the vocabulary full of weird words like moxie. I'd let my friend down. And while I was letting him down, I was letting my employer down too. I'd sworn an oath of loyalty to the Krusty Krab. And what was I doing? Running around town, chasing pirates, and accomplishing exactly zero. Well, it was time for that to change. But first, I had to feed my pet snail. Life goes on and snails get hungry, just like everybody else. I was hungry too. For revenge on whoever had taken Patrick. When Squidward walked into the Krusty Krab, the restaurant looked much better than it had the last time he'd seen it. Mr. Krabs had done a lot of work cleaning up the mess he'd made searching for the mysterious ticking sound. At first, Squidward didn't see Mr. Krabs, but then he spotted him up above the ordering station, straightening the barrels and fishing nets. Sea shanties were still blaring from the speakers. "Mr. Krabs, I'm back!" Squidward announced loudly. Jumping down from the upper level, Mr. Krabs eagerly asked, "Did you find Patrick? Is SpongeBob ready to cook again? I got us a one-day extension from the mayor, but that's all." Squidward shook his head. "No, we haven't found him." "Well, what have you been doing?" Mr. Krabs exploded. "Lollygagging about?" "No, we have not been lollygagging about," Squidward snapped back. "We've been escaping from out-of-control pirates." Mr. Krabs looked confused. "Pirates? You aren't supposed to be playing with pirates. You're supposed to be finding Patrick." He stomped toward his office. "That's it. If we're ever going to be ready for the mayor's big event, I need you and SpongeBob back here working. Go fetch me Fry Cook and bring him here." Looking doubtful, Squidward said, "But Mr. Krabs, I think SpongeBob is still really upset about Patrick. Maybe even more upset than he was before we started our investigation." Mr. Krabs wheeled around and stared at Squidward. "Upset? Upset? I'm upset!" he roared. "If we don't get ready for the mayor's banquet, I might not get paid me money. I can't wait any longer while you two play at being detectives or pirates or cowboys or whatever. I waited long enough. Bring me my Fry Cook, or else you're fired. And so is SpongeBob." He went in his office and slammed the door. Wham! "Sheesh, what a hothead," Squidward mumbled as he turned and headed out the door. He was pretty sure SpongeBob wasn't going to be happy about returning to work before he'd found Patrick. On the other hand, maybe Mr. Krabs would still let him hang some of his artworks on the wall for the mayor's feast. In his kitchen, SpongeBob filled Gary's food bowl and told him about his adventures in the Eye Patch and Peg Leg and Rock Bottom. "So then I blew bubbles in my pipe, and we floated away from the pirates. They rolled out a huge cannon, and Meow," Gary interrupted. "No," SpongeBob said. "We didn't find Patrick. Oh, and I'm worried we never will. And I feel terrible about letting Mr. Krabs down. When he needs me, I'm thinking maybe I better head back to work. I don't know. I'm so confused." "Meow," Gary observed. SpongeBob looked offended. "We were not playing, Gary. When you're escaping from a pirate's den, you're certainly not enjoying some fun game." Gary looked doubtful. Then he turned to his bowl and started eating with gusto. Yum, yum. Meow. Outside, SpongeBob hurried next door to Patrick's rock, hoping maybe he had come home full of stories about where he'd been. but no one was there. Squidward walked up from the direction of the Krusty Krab. "Bad news, partner," he reported. "Krabs want you back at work." "But we haven't found Patrick yet," SpongeBob protested. "I told him that," Squidward said. "He didn't care. He's all worked up about this big banquet. The mayor gave him an extra day to get ready. But now time's running out and he wants our help." SpongeBob's shoulders drooped. "Okay, I'll try. For the sake of Mr. Krabs and the Krusty Krab." Stay tuned for chapter 27 coming up soon.